Today, Syria is facing conflict and hardship on many fronts, but its ongoing water crisis is one of the most immediate and alarming difficulties faced daily by civilians across the country. The roots of this water crisis date back to shortly before the civil war began in 2011, causing many to argue in favor of a strong relationship between the urban migrations caused by the crisis and the outbreak of hostilities. Although many agree on the effects of this crisis, its origins are still highly contested, with experts drawing a connection between drought and the management of water resources. The maintenance of the groundwater system is vital to the Syrian economy. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, as of 2005, farmers made up 25.8% of the working population, and 31% of Syrian land was utilized for agriculture. The country exists in a Mediterranean climate with continental influences, meaning that Syrians experience cool, rainy winters and warm, dry summers with short spring and autumn seasons. Total annual precipitation ranges depending on the topography of each region, but the average rainfall is 252 millimeters per year in any given area. Rainfall and snowfall make up the majority of water sources, which are funneled through 7 main hydrographic basins. Relentless farming practices, which have decimated the water table and thus greatly reduced its availability to farmers throughout Syria. Additionally, these vital water sources are being mismanaged due to international arguments over who controls these hydrographic spaces. Surrounding countries have long accused Turkey of ignoring international sanctions against non-navigational use of the Tigris-Euphrates basin, which is an especially contentious space because it is losing water due to overuse faster than almost anywhere else in the world. Subpar communication between governments, coupled with diminishing rainfall, have caused the depletion of aquifers and water tables, which has inflamed the worst drought in modern Syrian history. Beginning in 2006, the still ongoing drought scorched 60% of the land and killed 80% of the livestock, severely damaging the agricultural ecosystems in the region as a result of reduced rainfall. Some researchers have argued that this drought was caused by human-induced climate change. A National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, study looking at the Mediterranean region found that several areas are at higher risk for lower precipitation due to climate change, and Syria is in the middle of this estimated map. An additional study from the National Academy of Sciences argues that anthropogenic climate change is causing a more arid climate, and a drought this severe is 2 to 3 times as likely. Thus, it is more likely that the drought, which was made worse by human mismanagement, was severely intensified by anthropogenic atmospheric consequences. Hydrology experts warn that practices such as recycling wastewater or perhaps desalination need to be introduced to the region in order to combat the extreme drought, leaving thousands bereft of jobs, homes, and food. When examining the physical geography components of the Syrian water crisis, it is clear that the drought, either natural or man-made, and water mismanagement continue to impact Syrians across the country.